I'm Queen Ahmadiyyah Shakur, and this is another dose of your daily vitamins. So as you're coming in, please feel free to go ahead and subscribe to the channels. If you haven't done so already, be sure to click the notification bell and click the word all so that you're notified each time the Queen Goddess goes live. Okay, also, don't forget to double check and make sure that you're still subscribed because we know how people become mysteriously unsubscribed, don't we? Okay, so let's get into it. Now, this is a story about a mother, 20-year-old woman from Tennessee, who's been accused. Her name is Lisa Ashley. Now, Lisa Ashley has been accused of one count of child abuse and one count of child neglect, according to an affidavit filed by the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office in Sessions Court. Now, they say that on July the 6th, a deputy arrived at the residence on Smith Jones Lane in Saudi Daisy, Tennessee. Okay, they basically say that a man by the name of David and a woman named Jessica, they reported to the officers that the 4-month-old baby girl had been bruised and that they saw marks and bruising on the child's body and that they'd even taken pictures of it. And some of these marks were on the child's knees and face. Now, the couple went on to show the deputy photographic evidence of the alleged marks and bruises, including bite marks on the girl's knee. Deputy Logan Faulkner goes on to say, he went on to say that he saw bruises on the child's face. He said David and Jessica advised him that Lisa was no longer staying at the residence and that they were worried about the child's well-being due to these incidents. So David and Jessica advised him that Lisa was staying with friends of hers. Jessica and Ashley also said they alleged that the defendant had at some point admitted to biting her young daughter. Okay, and that Lisa Ashley had done so before, said she had done so before she even knew what she was doing. Now, the next day, deputies made their way to the apartment where the defendant was staying. She was staying there with a friend and her husband. And the deputy says that he observed the girl's bruises on her face. And then he asked the mother, Lisa, what happened? And, how did she get these bruises and marks on her face? And, she basically just blew off the questions and said that she didn't know how those bite marks got on her child's face. That's what she said. The defendant went on to say that she had nothing to do with those bruises and that she didn't know where they came from. So the deputy then asked her to see if any of the bite marks or bruises were still on her. Okay, he asked to observe to see if any of the bite marks and bruises were still on her. He says then he observed one of her cheeks and said that he observed a bite mark on her knee as well, saying that they all had healed significantly by the time that he observed them. Now, 3 adults living in the home where Lisa Ashley was staying, well, they basically said that, everyone loved and adored the baby girl, and they all made it very clear that they will take care of the child, according to the deputy. Then the defendant's friend told the deputies that Lisa Ashley had been abused verbally and physically as a child herself by her own father and might still have injuries, to prove it. Basically trying to say that this was, something that was likely passed down, or because she went through abuse, maybe that's why she was doing it. Now, after that, Faulkner, another deputy asked the infant's mother straightforward if she had bitten her daughter. Lisa Ashley allegedly responded yes, and said that as soon as she had done so, she felt instant guilt and began praying. The defendant said that she had done so before she even knew what she was doing. Lisa was asked if she was having any type of issues, and she advised them that she was suffering from postpartum depression. Okay, well, I'd like to know if she was diagnosed by a doctor or if she just assumed or diagnosed herself. Okay, because here's the thing. If she was she getting any type of treatment, perhaps? Didn't she know that it would not be safe for her to be around the child? I don't know. I'm just asking questions. Another thing is, when she made these injuries to the child, did she take the child to get any sort of treatment? Well, obviously not. Okay, so, and she had sense enough to know that she had done something wrong. That's why she lied about it. Please pay attention. Now, the deputy then contacted volunteer state child welfare agents who arrived to take pictures and to interview the defendant. She then allegedly admitted to biting her daughter on the face and knee. Her friend then allegedly admitted that she knew about those incidents too. She told the child welfare agents this information, basically saying she knew about it as well. So if you're a friend of this woman and you know that she's doing these things to this child, whether she's purposely doing them or whether she's suffering from postpartum depression, why would you say or do anything? But they claim they love this child so much. I just have questions. Lisa Ashley was arrested on July the 7th, according to the affidavit, and she was taken to the Hamilton County Jail without incident. Jail records reviewed by Law and Crime no longer show that she is being detained. Now, the sheriff's office said they had no comment on the story due to the juvenile victim that's involved. So, there are a lot of women who suffer from postpartum depression shortly after they give birth. And I've spoken to you about this maybe at least 2 or 3 times in the past month or so. But with that all being said, there are also some people who are just abusive. Okay, for whatever reasons. I'm not saying this woman is, but I just want you to pay attention because sometimes that is the case. And then people will feign that they, are suffering from postpartum depression. And that's why I asked the question, if she knows that she's suffering from that or thinks that she is, has she reached out to any physicians to get a proper diagnosis? And has she been taking any type of medication? Why would she trust herself around her daughter if she knew that? And knowing that people who are suffering from this likely can harm children. I just have questions. So anyway, with that all being said, if that is the case, I hope that she gets some help. And I hope that the child is going to be safe. And hopefully she'll be able to stay with family and friends until her mother gets better. So with that all being said, everyone, please drop me a comment. Let me know what you think about this. And if you know anyone who's suffering from postpartum depression, or if you've ever suffered from it yourself, okay, please let me know, because these are conversations that need to be had. And that's why I was recently talking about this, because these things often go unchecked. People don't want to go, and get psychiatric evaluations. People consider this some type of mental health issue, which it is. And we all know there's a stigma to those things, specifically in our community. But, other people as well have these issues. And the main thing that these women do when they suffer from postpartum depression is they will hurt the children that they bring into this world. So it's very important that if someone thinks they're suffering from something like that, or if you know someone who seems to be suffering from something like that, that you advise them to get help as soon as possible, because these innocent children don't deserve to be abused, neglected, hurt, and harmed, and all of those things. With that all being said, I wish you all love, peace, and prosperity. Each one teach one. That's how we grow and thrive. Do something productive, constructive, but never destructive. And always remember, beloveds, to keep the Most High first in your lives.